In downtown Edmond, Oklahoma, a curious concrete headstone sits above what is now the Parsons Jewelry Store. The inscription reads simply, 1918, Phillip Slack. Few passers-by know the remarkable story behind this name, and the extraordinary man who left an indelible mark on this community over a century ago. The early 1900s saw Edmond transformed from a territorial outpost to a bustling town along a major railway. At the heart of this transformation was an unlikely entrepreneur, a blind man whose vision for his community extended far beyond his own limitations. Born in Wisconsin in 1876, Phillip Slack's life changed forever on Christmas Day, 1891. At just 15 years old, a devastating accident occurred when his shotgun discharged unexpectedly, leaving him completely blind. Rather than surrendering to despair, Phillip's journey was just beginning. He attended the Wisconsin Institute for the Education of the Blind for 4 years, followed by specialized training in piano tuning at the Iowa College for the Blind. It was there he met fellow student Roy Kaltz, and together they formed a plan that would launch Phillip's remarkable career. The two friends moved to Albany, Oregon in 1897, establishing a piano tuning and repair business. They traveled between towns on a tandem bicycle, Roy, with limited vision in one eye, steering in front while Phillip pedaled behind. They developed innovative business practices, placing newspaper ads before their visits, and building relationships in each town. After 3 successful years, Phillip had saved enough to make a bold move. In 1900, he relocated to Edmond, Oklahoma, a fast-growing community near family, and about to become the stage for his greatest achievements. Starting with a humble bookstand in the post office in 1901, Phillip's business acumen soon allowed him to expand to a full bookstore. By 1916, he designed and built his own building at a cost of $7,000, an impressive sum for the time. When completed, it stood as the largest, most modern building in Edmond. Despite his blindness, Phillip maintained complete independence in running his business. He kept all records in Braille, and devised his own system for handling money, using paper clips to distinguish different bill denominations. His customers marveled at his efficiency and accuracy in making change. His independence extended beyond his store. Until he was about 45, Phillip rarely used a cane when navigating Edmond. He knew every street, building, and landmark by heart. When offered a guide dog later in life, he declined, famously telling his sister, "I've always rebelled against being dependent on anything or anybody. I can make it all right by myself." A 1936 news story captured his remarkable spatial awareness. A visitor asked Phillip for directions to her sister's home 6 blocks away. Instead of merely giving directions, he took her bags and personally guided her there. The woman had no idea her guide was blind until someone told her the next day, a story Phillip loved retelling with a laugh. In 1904, Phillip married Bertie Washburn, a sweetheart from his school days who had lost her sight to measles but later regained some vision. While the couple had no children, they formed a powerful partnership in both business and advocacy. Bertie worked alongside Phillip in the store and shared his knowledge of Braille. The bookstore became more than just a business. It was a community hub. Beyond books, it offered college merchandise, candies, art supplies, and school materials. Students from the Territorial Normal College gathered there regularly, sharing stories and ideas with the ever-curious Phillip, who loved hearing about the plots of novels he couldn't read himself. A passionate sports enthusiast, Phillip never missed a home game of the local high school or college teams. While radio broadcasts provided information, he preferred being among the crowd, absorbing the excitement and energy of live competitions. In 1926, he began hosting good time celebrations at his store every Saturday night. These popular gatherings featured harmonica and fiddle contests, with winners receiving candy from the store. The events became a treasured tradition, blending fun and fellowship for the entire community. From his arrival in Oklahoma, Phillip was struck by the complete absence of services for blind residents. No state school, no adult training programs, and no library services existed for the blind. Drawing on his own experiences and driven by compassion, he decided to change this reality. In 1907, Phillip established Oklahoma's first library for the blind in his store, starting with 35 Braille volumes. The collection included an 11-volume Braille Bible weighing 45 pounds. Thanks to the Free Matter for the Blind Postal Act, he could ship these books to blind individuals across the state at no cost to them, covering all expenses through his business. Phillip's advocacy extended to the halls of government. He helped draft legislation creating the Oklahoma Commission for the Blind in 1919, and served as its only blind commissioner until his death in 1945. His influence reached the national stage when he secured a 15-minute meeting with President Herbert Hoover in 1930, while lobbying for legislation benefiting the blind. Phillip Slack passed away in 1945, but his legacy lives on. The state library services he pioneered eventually grew from his initial 35 volumes to thousands of titles. The organizations he helped establish continue to serve blind Oklahomans today. Few remember the full story of Phillip Slack today, yet his name remains etched in stone above the streets of Edmond, a silent reminder of the blind visionary who refused limitations, built a thriving business, and transformed life for countless others through determination, independence, and an unwavering belief in possibility. Phillip Slack, 1876 to 1945.